nearly 100 days after dozens of school children were abducted from their classrooms in Mussa, Borno State. Their parents are demanding urgent action from the government to bring their children home. The children were abducted from Mussa in Askira, Uba local government area of Borno State, an area close to the Sambisa Forest, and one that has continued to face threats from insurgents. What began as a school day has now turned into months of uncertainty for the affected families. The abduction has also raised fresh concerns about the safety of schools in communities affected by insurgency, particularly in the state that has witnessed some of Nigeria's most high-profile school abduction. Now let's watch this report from our correspondent Umaru Kirawa.
Parents, families of abducted students and toddlers of Mussa community in Askira Uba local government area of Borno State just arrived in Uba town, the headquarters of Askira Uba local government area of Borno State, to collectively amplify their voice and call on the Nigerian authorities to ensure the rescue of their children that were abducted about 100 days ago in Mussa town of Askira Uba local government area of Borno State. We have large number of them carrying placards with inscription, "Bring back our children, Mussa," and we'll be speaking with some of the parents who will be telling us what is it like. So first, you tell us your full name.
My name is Simon Buba.
So what is it like when you people are on the street today in Uba? What is the key message that you people want to send?
We want government to bring back our children that have been adopted. Now we have 48 days now, 98 days now. We didn't see our children. So now we want government to bring back our children in peacefully so that we can enjoy our children and for our children that we are staying in Mussa before. So we need our children. Nothing we are benefiting from the government, and government will bring back our children. That's why we are here to show our concern to the government.
Okay. So that has been the key message here, bring back our children. And this is the key message that the parents and families of the abducted Mussa families are saying to the Nigerian authorities to ensure that their children are safe. And it's a mix of both men and women, the elderly and the young. And we have some women here with us who will be speaking with us. Da farko mama da yaya sunanki?
Sa'adatu.
Sa'adatu wa?
Sa'adatu Muhammad.
So ya kuka ji da hakurin wannan abin da ya faru?
Hakurin sai mu aiki ga mun mun yi rashin ƴaƴan mu har yau.
To kamar me kuke bukata yanzu da su mun gan ku a da
Bukatar mu a fito mana da yaran mu.
Shine kawai damuwa.
Shine damuwa mu ba mu da wani damuwa. Bukatar mu ƴaƴa muke bukata.
Allah ya fitar da su. So what this woman said is that they only want their children to be rescued by the Nigerian authorities to ensure that they are back home safe. And here again we have another parent who will also be speaking to us. So first, self-introduction.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good afternoon, sorry. My name is Shaibu Umar, the parents of the adopted student on 15 May 2016. We are begging federal government, both with Borno State government, to try and rescue back our children, the adopted children, the smallest one, and the highest one, the highest age among them is 18 years only. Please, we are pleading for the chairman of Askira local government and the Borno State government with the Commissioner of Education, then Alhaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We are pleasing you people to rescue them, to bring them back in safely. So thank you.
So besides this, are you people continuing today?
No, we are going to continue right from now to the death of the coming back of our children.
Thank you. We hope that these children will be rescued alive, and just like their parents are appealing to the Nigerian authorities to ensure that these children are rescued and they are reunited with their families. All they want is action, and the key message is rescue our children, Musa. In Uba for News Central, Umaru Kirawa.
And joining us to give us a clearer picture of what is happening in Musa and what the families are saying is our correspondent, Umaru Kirawa. Umaru, good morning. This is indeed a very, very traumatizing story. It's been 100 days, and you were on ground and you spoke with some of the affected parents. Take us through what happened during the protest. What exactly are these parents demanding from the government at this point? And I know they mentioned that they just want their children. What else are they saying? How are they feeling?
Well, it's a painful experience, and it's a heartbreaking one. Basically, the key message there is bring back our children. And that has been what the parents have been advocating. And that is basically why they left their villages to enter into Uba, in the Askira Uba local government area of Borno State, to amplify their voice, to call on the Nigerian authorities, demanding answers, demanding action, demanding rescue of their children that were abducted by terrorists that stormed the school on 15 May 2026. The situation is a very painful one. In fact, some of the parents had to sell the last bag of foodstuff that they have at home to come out to embark on this exercise. And some had to borrow money to have the chance to participate in advocating for the rescue of their children. You can see the road leading to Musa. It's a very bad road. The parents are not demanding for hospital, they are not demanding for water supply, they are not demanding for roads. They are only demanding for the rescue of their children that were hitherto abducted by gunmen in the community. And that is basically the key message, and that is what these families are advocating for. It's a very painful one on the side of the parents, on the side of the community, but their prayers and hope is that no matter how long the night is, it must give way to the light of the dawn.
Right.
That their parents, their children will certainly and hopefully come back home alive. But they want the government to re-energize, to put more efforts, because they have not had anything besides the visit by the Commissioner for Education when he went to sympathize with them.
Yes. So, Maru, can you clarify how many children have been abducted for 100 days? And this incident, was it isolated or it has been recurring in Musa?
Well, 42, I think, were abducted in Musa town. And then after that incident, 36 students were also abducted who were about to write their NECO examinations in Lassa alongside a teacher. But that of Lassa, hopefully, the good side of it is some of the children were rescued by the military and the air component of the Operation Hadinkai. They were rescued alongside the vice principal of the school. But as we speak, 36 students of Lassa 2 are also in captivity with a teacher. We went to the house of the teacher, and it's a very, some of the issues I cannot even explain, because the situation we find the families are is in a very terrible, very deteriorating manner. So the concern now is rescue these children. That is what they are demanding from the federal government and from the Borno state government and the security agencies. That is basically their concern. If some of the parents could not even speak to us because of the emotions attached to it. They are crying. Some of them are already sick. They are hospitalized. You know, it's a very painful one. Although the Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum, has reassured them that the federal government and the state government with the security agencies are working towards the rescue of their children. But these parents are pushing to ensure that their children come back home safely. That is their major concern.
Kirawa, it's Mazzino. Sorry to surprise you there. But Umaru, I really want to know exactly how this has impacted education in the States since these kidnappings and the absence of these children. Are children still going to school? Are parents still willing to let their children go to school?
Well, in that community, the answer is capital no. Parents are not willing to send their children to school. In fact, that is what one of the mothers told me, that should we also send our children again to the schools so that they can be abducted again? So it's
Marriages.
I'm sorry, Umaru.
Take your time.
We'll give you a moment there, Umaru. We'll come back to you. Queen, earlier this morning while we're talking, you and I, you read one of these paper headlines and you actually almost turned out that way. So it doesn't matter who you are or how distant you are from the situation. It has an impact on your humanity. To have children who cannot go to school. And for Umaru, I can totally understand because he has to go through this repeatedly in Borno State.
Yeah.
Umaru always brings us these stories. So I can imagine the impact on him and that he has to see this, especially in this case where you have children. And he's the one interacting with these parents.
Yes.
So I understand the pressure on him. So we'll give you a little bit of time there. It's very difficult. Just in case you're tuning in, we're talking about the instance of parents who are they're protesting the absence of their children for over 100 days in Mussa LGA. These are pictures brought to us by Umaru Kirawa from over the week. He was with these parents, and it's a very sad situation. In Bassa and Mussa, I think there are two different instances. One of those instances had the children, actually some of them were rescued, but most of them are still away. We're going to try and see if we can speak with Umaru again. Umaru Kirawa, welcome back. Apologies that you have to go through this, Umaru. Umaru, I'm wondering what the authorities have done since then. The military, the police, have there been tangible efforts by these authorities to try and see what they can do in the interim?
Well, for now, I don't think they said they are working, but you know, the concern is that the children are still in captivity, and the parents and everybody want these children back. That is the message. That is it.
Umaru, I know that, you know, this is frustrating, especially having to see this parent with your eye and going to these communities. Did the parents mention if they've been contacted by the people who took these kids? Have they had anything while they're waiting to hear from the government? Have they been asked for any ransom whatsoever?
There has been no contact whatsoever. In fact, some of the parents, when I was interacting with them, they told me that if they know the roads that these terrorists follow to carry their children, they will follow. It is either they kill all of them, or they give them their children, or they leave them in captivity with their children. Because they cannot imagine their children staying with people that they don't even know. And it's in the rainy season. When it's rain, imagine they are in the bush. How can they, I mean, what will be their situation? Some of these children are 2 years old. Some had their 4th birthday in the den of the terrorists. Which type of experience will these children come out with? I believe it will be the darkest of their history. But be that as it may, the parents have not lost hope. Their hope is much more alive. But all they want is renewed commitment, renewed effort. At least the government should at least rescue these children. That is what they are after. Although the government, the state government, because they came to Maiduguri after the protest in Uba, they came to Maiduguri to continue. But when they came and then stopped at the gate of the government house. And when they came, I learned the security of the government house led them in to the government house. And they met the governor at their own instance. The government gave them audience. He sympathized with them on behalf of the president and the government of Borno State and assured them that they are working to rescue their children. That has been what transpired, and the parents are still calling on the authorities to please bring back their children back. They don't need anything from the government. That is what they told me. All they want is their children, and their children should be back. That is it. Because they cannot stay in their villages. They could not go to farm. They cannot do anything. They cannot do business. They cannot do anything virtually. One of the father was telling me that what should they, if they stay in the community, are they cowards that they are children, that they are blood children?
All right, Kirawa.
Should they? Yes.
Let's give you a moment there. We're still talking about the instance from Borno State, where nearly 100 days after dozens of children were abducted, they're still in captivity, and the parents are demonstrating urgent action needs to be taken by the governments to bring back their children. The abduction has also raised fresh concerns about the safety of schools in the community and, of course, daily lives in these communities and the resurgence of insurgency, particularly in that state. But Umaru, there has been plenty of advance that has been made by the state governor, Babagana Zulum, when it comes to insurgency. There have been reintegrations. We've talked so many times about these reintegrations into society. I'm wondering how these other processes are being affected by the missing kids now, these kids that have been missing for over 100 days. Is it daunting the efforts of the state governor in any way? And has the state governor, Babagana Zulum himself, made any intentional, deliberate, and specific comments regarding the Basa Musa situation?
Well, the governor was in Uba the other time. He went to sympathize with the parents. He also delegated the Commissioner for Education to go to the communities to sympathize with the families in Lassa and Musa. We were there with the Commissioner for Education. They sympathized with them. But you know, the emotions are high. And these people are villagers. They are into agri, they are into farming, and they are into selling of what they produce.
Do they still go to farms? Are they still able to go to farms? Their daily lives?
They are not going to farms.
So how do they feed?
Going to farms.
How do they feed? How do they work?
That is what they told me. They cannot go to, what should they go and do? That is what they are telling me. Should they go and I mean, the experience is, all they want is bring back these children. That is the key message, and that is just it. But large number of them, they are already sick, they are already hospitalized. Okay. One of the women told me some of the women, they have already developed this high blood pressure. Their blood pressure is already high, you know. So it's a very pathetic situation on the side of the community.
Umaru, let's not exploit this. Let's just take this as another call out to the government and the authority to try and do something about these missing kids. Let's hope that this moment here, this instance where we have brought it up on again, is something that will be caught, that will catch the attention of the authorities, and that they will do something about this. Between now and then, we want to say thank you very much for making sure that you follow up with these stories, especially this one where children are concerned. And we hope, we really hope, that this time something is done. We hope they return to their parents so that their daily lives continue as normal. Let's just continue to hope. Umaru, Thank you very much. It's been a hard time for you, so let's let you go now.
Take it easy.
And we hope that your report does the work that it's meant to do. Thank you, Umaru Kirawa.
Thank you, Umaru.
Now, while the government says efforts are ongoing to secure their release, the families are demanding urgent action and clearer answers. For these families, however, the ultimate answer is not another assurance, but the safety and the return of these children. And we do hope that this happens somewhere in the next few days. Thank you very much.